it's going to be a massacre. Yeah.
There, unfortunately, are just a lot of one-sided matchups up there right now. That seems to be the theme of the day. It's kind of like luck of the draw, you know, whatever you're going to get is
kind of what you're stuck with, and hopefully
it's all about your pairings today.
You get into the right matchups.
Yes. Definitely pretty important.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But Buzzwole definitely has a chance to do anything. Buzzwole's a really strong deck, really consistent, and with an early enough lead, it can definitely punch through all these smaller basics like Trubbish and EB if Xander's not able to get set up. And also, Espeon is a deck that can be a bit clunky at times, and for some reason it just gets those hands, those brick hands.
Okay.
But Liam's going to start with Oricorio here. He has on the...
There's a Regirock coming down.
Regirock, yeah. I was trying to see what that was, but you got it. Good call.
Played that card a lot.
Regirock player.
Like, it's a good tech card in a lot of the rock decks and expanded. Things like Groudon and stuff. Helps you math better.
Oh, for sure. I played against the Groudon last regional, at Costa Mesa.
Yeah.
That was fun. But anyway, back to this game. Both players are shuffling in their hands to draw 6 from N right off the bat.
Yep. And Liam has, like, an okay start. Like, he'd really like to see Buzzwoles.
We got the lists, so lists are in.
Buzzwoles plus Lycanrocs. Very similar to Sam's list, almost identical to Sam's list that we saw last round. Like, almost to the T. I think there's, like, 1 or 2 card difference. So pretty standard. And then on Xander's side, it does look like he is playing Espeon GX as well as the Travalanche Garbodor. Rather a 2-2 split of the Garbodor, so 2 Garbatox and 2 Travalanche, which is always fun. So as we see, Liam just kind of sets up as much as he can. His end room into a lot of energies and like a Guzma. A lot of stuff he just can't play this turn. He has a Float Stone, but you don't really want to put the Float Stone down yet. And Xander's just going to bridge it on turn 1, look through his deck, do the counting, and kind of find out what he needs to get going here.
Yeah, Bridget is very crucial. You gotta set up those extra
I think that's
Trubbish.
the Espeon GX down at the bottom there. It's kind of shiny because
It's very shiny.
full arts, plus the way his sleeves are.
It definitely is the GX. So he's going to want multiple Trubbish down because he wants to ability lock Garbodor if possible to stop those artillery draws, to stop those bloodthirsty eyes from Liam, and then he also wants the attacking Trashalanche Garbodor.
Yep, absolutely. And so lots of Garbodors coming down, the Lele, plus the Espeon, just lots of Psychics on his side. He does also run 1 Drampa GX and 1 Tauros GX. So lots of kind of versatility, a couple of tech cards in here for different matchups. See Cynthia on Xander's side.
Yeah, and Espeon's a deck that's kind of aimed at slowing down your opponent's deck, Espeon Garb. So kind of just want to slow down Liam with stopping his abilities and then wait till he has enough items in the discard, and then Garbodor can kind of make a clean sweep. But it's a little bit easier because of the weakness here, though. Don't need to have quite as many.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to like.
Don't have to have quite as many items in the discard.
He's just gonna Guzma and be like, all right, this Trubbish is coming up. And then it looks like he's probably just gonna attach energy and pass. Maybe Max Elixir in the deck a little bit. Yeah. It's tough. Liam is definitely dead drawing.
Yeah, he's not having too good of a time there, but honestly...
He's on the I'm going to attack with Regirock plan, which is not the plan you want to be on.
Definitely not. He wants to find a Remoraid or Octillery so he can start
and a
drawing
Rockruff,
out of
hopefully
this. Honestly, anything at this point.
He needs a lot of pieces. He needs a supporter.
Yeah, he's going to put this Rockruff up here, and is he going to corner? Did he just corner?
Possible.
Yeah, so corner, I'm assuming he can't. Now Xander can't retreat this Trubbish. So sometimes corner can be a really clutch attack.
Yeah.
Especially for stalling, but he's going to play a Guzma there. So that kind of ruins that plan, but now we got Espeon GX coming in.
Yeah. Espeon GX has a lot of different things.
It does, but I think it's here going to... Alright. Moving fast here, another Guzma.
Guzma's
I was like,
back and forth. Guzma everybody.
Because the Espeon GX was going to confuse that. Psybeam makes your opponent's active Pokemon confused. Also hitting for 60.
And make sure that you are correct. If not, please raise your hand so we can fix that. We know of 2 matches. I'm just hoping there's no more than 2. There's some more hands going up.
Small technical difficulties with the matches.
All right, we'll get some judges out there.
Yeah, what is going on here? Overall, this event's been running pretty smoothly so far, though.
Yeah, we had
Really
a
no
small
complaints.
repair that didn't actually look like they repaired. I think it was more of a printer issue than it was actually a repair, where they think they just posted the old pairings.
I think it also might have been sometimes when they repair, it only affects lower tables.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect really any
It's also
too
possible.
many matches. But so far, yeah, really excellent event. We're moving along here as we're in the second to last round, and it's only 6:45 p.m.
Yeah, so we're moving along nice and slow, but slowly but surely we will get to the end at a pretty nice pace though. Like a lot of these events, you can't run these events fast. It just doesn't happen. So
sure.
it's always going to go slow, but as long as it's moving slow consistently and not stopped,
Right, exactly.
we'll call that a win.
Yep, so I think this event's running pretty well so far. And we're going to see Buzzwole come up and start damaging these Trubbishes.
Yeah,
Going to be
Floatstone.
key.
We want this
Still
Espeon
no
back,
support here?
DCE on
Yeah.
DCE plus Choice Band. He
Field
has
Roller.
this Psychic Energy there, so that's going to just one-shot the Buzzwole. And Xander takes the first prizes of the game.
Yeah, these Trubbish are kind of sitting ducks waiting to be picked off here.
Yes.
At least this one with 40 damage on it.
So, he had a printer problem and they had a reaper that too, so they did it.
Oh, all
Looks
right.
like Liam's just done.
Packing it up.
Preparing.
Okay. Getting late in the day, and he knows when he's out, so he's just going to really call that one early. It's only been 9 minutes.
That was a quick round.
Not even. Quick game.
Unmuted.
Okay. So both players are just going to shuffle up and make sure that they've got a really good start going into this game 2. This is an important match, although the loser is not technically out because whoever wins will be 6-2, and then they could just win one more, going 7-2, still making day 2. But whoever wins here is pretty much automatically in. So they're definitely going to be looking for that win. Just kind of securing up the day 2 right here in round 8 would be such a good feeling. And Xander's got his custom Pokemon sleeves here. So not going with the plain Ultra Pros like other players. And we have Liam's really excellent GX counter, seeing a lot of creative GX counters from players. Looks like they're about ready to set up and draw their hands. Those sleeves are a little tough to shuffle though. It's having a little bit of a problem with that one. Alright, so is Xander getting a basic? No basic there. I think that's a mulligan. Just gonna wait for Liam to place his down before he decides what to do. Maybe also no basic. Yep, mulligan from both sides here. And we try again. So it's an equals each other out. Neither player draws an extra card. Kind of just cancels. And both players are like, yeah, definitely want to thoroughly shuffle this. Really don't want to give my opponent an extra card from the mulligan. I think that Espeon Garb is a deck that tends to mulligan a lot. At least from my experience playing the deck. Even though it does have a fair amount of Pokemon, I think it has... I think it's playing around like 11 basics. Starts with an Eevee there, just doesn't bother, just flips it right over, and Liam is going first. Starts with a Rockruff. And he's going to be looking for maybe a Bridget here. I think I see an Ultra Ball in his hand. And attaching a strong... Definitely want to see an Ultra Ball for some sort of Pokemon. Although deciding to play the stadium and attach the tool. I think that also might be a Sycamore. Okay, here comes the Ultra Ball, so I think he might just be going for a second basic and then a Sycamore to draw 7 new cards. Just taking that time on that initial search to figure out what's prize, maybe even decide what basic he wants to go for. And he goes ahead and grabs a full art rainbow card. Yeah, maybe it's probably Buzzwole. I mean, it's gotta be Buzzwole. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be going for Regirock there, so. And he goes with the Sycamore, 7 fresh cards, new hand. Maybe looking for another Rockruff off of this. And 2 Strongs are gone. He had to discard 1, so here's a Max Elixir, hoping to hit a basic fighting. Definitely going to take advantage and look at all 6 cards. And is there a basic in there? There is, so there we go. Easy Max Elixir. 1 for 1 so far for Liam in this game. Yeah, that's probably all he's going to be doing for this turn, honestly. He does have another energy, but I think we're going to see another corner. Oh no, he was going first, so that was actually turn 1, and he cannot attack, so no corner. And welcome back.
We're back.
We now have 2 casters again, production value. But so what happened here is Liam went first.
Have 2 prizes taken. No, still 6.
Oh no, we actually should be at 6.
Let's refresh all the things real quick for us.
Yeah, good call, good call. The first game ended pretty abruptly. Yeah, so basically Liam just attached Strong to a Rockruff, Sycamore, got Elixir onto a Buzzwole on the bench, and here we are with...
Pretty good start, yeah.
Yep.
Xander's go on turn 1 on for Xander, and we'll be off.
Turn 1 Espeon.
Yeah, those are some nice sleeves.
Take him to the next level. All right, checking his deck again for the prizes here. With that initial Espeon search, gonna Field Blower off those 2 tools and play the end.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, he's
get a tool, get the stadium out of the way.
He's looking for some Trubbish here.
Yes. We want some trash.
Give me some trash. Feed me trash.
Lots of shuffling. All day.
All day long.
Having an N and Cynthia's are main staples in the format.
Get that game count fixed there. That was reversed. Sorry about that, guys, but it's all good now. And yeah, probably gonna go for a Trubbish with this Ultra Ball since he didn't naturally draw any.
Well, he hit 1 Trubbish. He has a Trubbish on the bench.
Oh,
that
I
he
see it
did
there.
place immediately.
Indeed.
He was just very quick about it. He knew
Yeah.
immediately that he wanted that on the bench.
I was concerned with the game count. All right, but we got 2 Trubbish here. So that's good. That's definitely a solid start for Xander. And this Rockruff's confused. Poor Rockruff.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what's going on.
Liam's gonna look at his hand. See what the plan is.
Yes, what is the plan? What is the plan? I mean, evolving will get rid of that condition.
Yes, it will.
So he could be looking.
And he does have energies
for
in his hand.
Lycanroc.
So if he does have the Lycanroc or an Ultra Ball for it.
He does, yeah.
He actually also just has a Float Stone.
I think he might just go with the attack with the Lycanroc on a Trubbish. Maybe he might. Is he gonna bring up the Trubbish? Okay, so no effect. So he might just want to attack into this Espeon instead of taking out a Trubbish. He did not elect to use Bloodthirsty Eyes, which you don't have to do.
Correct. But his attack does a good chunk of damage, though.
I mean, he has the Dangerous Rogue GX attack, which is usually like the main threat
From the Lycanroc?
from Lycanroc. Right, 50 times each bench. Claw Slash is not really super threatening, but yeah, that's gonna be
150
enough.
plus the strong energy, that one, and then choice band. It's been a long day, guys.
That was all good. Yeah, so all of those damage modifiers added up to make that a
dead
clean
Espeon.
KO on an Espeon. Yes. Make that a dead Espeon. Pokemon don't die, they faint.
Okay.
That Espeon has just gone to the discard pile.
Yeah,
He'll
it can be back.
to fight again in the next game.
There'll be a Super Rod.
Exactly. Take it to the Pokemon Center, it'll be fine.
Pull out your rescue scarf. Carry it to the Pokemon Center, you'll be fine.
Alright, but the game goes
Game's
on.
definitely not over, though, and we see a lot of Trubbishes and a couple of Travelanche Garbodors.
Yeah, so
But
now...
no energy, so he's not going to evolve.
This is
not
brutal.
good for Xander.
No, it looks really good for Liam, and just because there's weakness involved doesn't mean that these matches are supremely as one-sided as we might think, as we saw with Greninja versus Bulu, and we're seeing now, yes, Xander did take game one, but it looks like Liam is in a really nice spot here.
One-sided a lot of times means like 65-35, 70-30s, like that is a one-sided matchup, but there's still those 30% where you don't draw energies.
Right. Going first and setting up is just so huge with any deck.
Yeah.
A bad matchup can be overcome by strength of draws pretty easily. And here's another strong.
It's a lot of damage. And that is a
That's
one
enough.
very, very dead Trubbish.
Very dead Trubbish, for sure.
Or fainted Trubbish.
Yes, okay. He's not dead.
He's not dead. He'll be back, guys.
Don't worry. Never fear. Alright, Sycamore for Xander. Trying to find something.
See, I'm curious why Xander didn't count how much damage it was. I think it was close.
What, for the
For the
Dangerous
Trubbish?
Road? Oh, okay.
I think it was close. I think it was
Well, he had 3 energies.
super dead. It was just super dead.
So it's gonna be like 100 and some damage there. But there's only, okay, I think there's 6 items in the discard now.
He took
with that field blower,
180 damage.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Not quite enough though.
Not this time.
Lives to fight another day.
TCG Masters players Eric Lorigo and Steve
It's a heavily damaged
Jackson.
Lycanroc, but it's still hanging in there, and it's honestly done its fair share at this
It's
point.
taken 3 prizes
Yeah.
already. It's going to be taking a 4th for sure.
Yep. It's done work.
It is put in its job. It did not skip leg day.
No.
Unlike Buzzwool.
Yep. Haha.
And that Garbodor is
I mean, it's going down.
probably just gonna be dead.
Definitely.
Definitely dead.
Extremely.
Bye-bye.
And 2 prizes left for Liam, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm liking the look of this game here. This Garbodor is going to have to. I mean, he's taking a knockout on the Lycanroc, but then the 3 energy Buzzwole on the bench there.
There's 9 items in the discard. They're kind enough to put dice out to tell us what the count is.
Yeah, I love when they do that. It's the best.
They're the real MVPs.
For sure. So there's a tip. If you go on stream, please count your items in your discard with dice. Casters will love you.
When weird situations occur where there's weird counts that you're keeping track of, we also would like to keep track of those.
We should have some dice back here where we just meticulously arrange them. We just have
Keep
different-
track the
yeah.
entire.
We'll create a mock game board back here. The proxies for all of the cards and actually just replay the
We'll
game
just replay the games on our
as it's happening.
live.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, that's a little ridiculous there. We'd never miss a thing.
Never.
It's going to Abyssal Hand, I believe. It's an Ultra Ball, so it's probably going for a second Lycanroc. Yeah. There it is. Bloodthirsty Eyes, up that Lily, and that's
Goodbye.
a knockout.
And that's just the game.
The end. So, we're 1-1. That was quick and convincing.
Yeah, we still have 30 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
They played 2 games
Two
in
games.
20 minutes. What is this format, guys? This is not the Pokemon I know and love.
It's either insanely slow,
All right.
going
This
to like
announcement, and I do
the
apologize
last
for
game with a
glitch
control
between
matchup,
the
or
online
it's
pairs
just
and the
super
team
fast.
pairs. The team
One or the
pairs
other.
were correct. The match slips were correct. Those players have been moved. So all the players
So
that
what
we
were our
just
other matchups
moved
this
to
round?
the correct matches. We are going to start.
So we
now
had
and
two
start a
7
new
and
clock
O's,
on you.
Xander
So
Soriano
those
and
players who
Daniel
we just
Altavilla.
moved
I'm not sure if they
to
tied. I think that
They're playing it out on table 1,
Begin.
table 2, 3,
They tied.
4, and 6 all drew.
yeah. So that's Joe versus Ben Potter, Spencer Vanderpool versus Chris Schmansky, Rahul Reddy versus Peter Kika, Liam Williams versus that's what we're
Sanders,
watching.
who are watching.
And then what about Alex and
Alex
Lance?
and Lance also decided
tied.
to ID because they are all in the 6-1 party.
Yeah, so all the 6-1 seems like ID.
Sam and Simon on table 7 are actually really good friends, and Sam got the pair down so he couldn't ID.
Right.
And so he has to play it out, and hopefully Dream Crush his friend.
Feels
The best
bad.
feels.
Definitely.
All right, they're drawing their opening hands.
Here we are ready to go once again. There's a lot of people on the winning in here too.
Yeah.
Kenny Britton needs a win. Michael Cremont needs a win.
Souza needs a win.
Yeah. We got Igor Costa versus Pablo Mesa at 5-2.
Rip.
It's an interesting one. But here we go. So Xander's opening Trubbish and getting a quick turn 1 Espeon also.
Yep. Quick Espeon, get the Trubbish, try to get another couple Trubbishes online, and just hopefully can snowball before Liam can start dealing some damage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Xander's deck's not very threatening until the end of the game.
Yeah.
And Liam just has to watch his items and try to play as few as possible, but it's tough. That can be really hard to do.
And then they're just going to play Cynthia. He's going to look through his deck, look at his counts, and be like, all right, the rest of my hand's bad. Let's ship it. I want to draw 5 more. 6 more. 6 more.
6 more.
We're out of this
No
Shauna meta.
Shauna's here, yeah. And yeah, they're both sitting pretty. Got 26 minutes to play this third game. Who do you think's gonna take it? If you had to pick right now, who's gonna win this third game?
I'm going to say Xander.
You're gonna say
I
Xander.
think the Espeon Garb has a really good matchup here. I think last round he whiffed on energy drops on like 2 really important turns that would have made that last game way closer than it should have been. And I
agree.
think he's off to a pretty good start with the he just wants to be on the Espeon plan for the most part, because by going on the Espeon plan, it forces Liam to use items in order to catch up, and if he's doing that, then he just cleans up in the late game.
Yeah, and that's a good strategy for sure.
And we see an end, so we're gonna shuffle some more. You know us, we love shuffling.
Best thing in Pokemon. Lots of shuffling. But yeah, Liam's on the back foot a little bit, especially he's not getting a turn 1 knockout. He might not even get a turn 1 attack. So he's kind of starting off at a disadvantage here. Yeah, doesn't look like too much in that hand. A Max Elixir.
He has a little bit.
Brookwood Hill.
Brooklet Hill lets him find some Rock Ruffs, because he really wants to be on the Rock Ruff plan instead of the Buzzful plan, usually in this matchup. Almost Max Elixirs, and then decides, you know what? I want to start setting up some energies on my Rock Ruffs.
Yeah. The strategy of going with Lycanroc worked out really well for him last game. But I mean, it was just kind of what he had in the active, so it was what he had to work with. So he just kind of rolled with it, went with it. And there we go. He does get a Rock Ruff off the Brooklyn Hill, but I mean that Remoraid is just gonna stay in the active there. That Trubbish is safe.
Max Elixir here.
Let's see if he hits it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah,
There's definitely energies there.
Definitely energies there. It's gonna spread them out though a bit. So attach one to that Rock Ruff. And yeah, just really thinking about this. Like I said before, kind of a crucial juncture at the tournament. It either turns it into, oh, I'm sitting pretty, I made day 2, or a really tense last game.
Last game where
round.
even if you win, you might not make it. Or no, all 7 and 2 as well. So
Yeah, they changed the since they changed the day 2 rules.
Yeah, you can get 36, 37 players. In this situation, that shouldn't happen because we have such a small field.
Yeah, it probably won't. But I think it is nice that they made that change, honestly.
Yeah.
Used to feel really bad just getting 33rd. Same record as a 32nd seed.
I haven't had that situation too much in Pokemon events. I had that a lot in Magic events, though, where I would just miscut by a 10% or a tenth of a percentage.
Right.
And be like, well, that sucked.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling.
Tiebreakers.
Okay. We got a slow and deliberate game on our hands.
It's game 3. They had like
They have
40
tons of
minutes
time.
or something. 30 minutes. Yeah, they had 30 minutes going into this game, so they have plenty of time. They know it. They're gonna take the time, make sure they're deliberate and do it. And then a Cynthia.
All right. Getting near the end of the day. We're getting tired in here.
Yes. And I'm sure the players are feeling it too. There's a lot of thinking into playing 9 rounds in a row, back to back to back.
It's a marathon. That's
Yes, it is.
sure. I mean, we're tired, and all we've had to do is sit back here and talk nonstop.
Yeah, I don't even have to think about it.
Right, yeah. Clearly, no, just kidding. So what do you want to see? He's got another Max Elixir. Gotta talk to Lele for next turn. I'm gonna go off on this Elixir and see if he hits it. And I think
I saw
he got
one.
it?
I thought I saw one.
Yeah,
I hadn't had
there's
the
one.
strong energy.
There's one there. Attaching that to the new buzz will even further diversifying his assets here.
I'm cringing at the mismatched arts. At least match them.
I don't mind.
It bugs me.
It bothers you. How did you feel? I think, I don't know who it was. Someone had like all different kinds of energy in one of the previous rounds.
Like,
It's probably pretty triggering.
yeah, it bugs me. Match your arts. Your opponent might be playing Gumshoe and they can look at your hand, and then when you draw one that's a different art and play it because you forgot which one they looked at, they
Yeah.
now have extra information.
It's true, it
Be
can
consistent.
give extra information too, but it can also give you more information, and sometimes you can rely a lot easier on yourself taking note of the different arts than, first of all, at the beginning your opponent has to know that you're playing different arts, which they don't. And this can allow you to determine how many energies or how many counts of a Pokemon are prized without doing a deck search. I know that like Ross Cawthon used to have different arts in his deck for that purpose.
And Xander decides, I'm going to pop this GX, and I'm going to put a bunch of counters on your Rockruff, and it's going down.
I'm going to attach energy. I'm going to do damage. I'm going to do stuff and
And then
things.
he's going to math out the rest of the damage he has to just make sure math works out better from the Buzzwoles.
Yeah, he's got this Espeon powered up, and that's really all he needs at this point in the game. He can worry about those Trubbishes, evolving those later. Away goes the Parallel City.
Pick up another Rockruff. More than likely.
Definitely. There it is. Oh man. We are really out here right now.
Yeah.
We are way the heck out here.
Is that an Arcorio? Yep.
Yes. And a Sycamore away at Lele. Gonna get fresh 7 to work with. I like how calm they are. Like,
They're just like,
neither player seems really concerned. They're just playing the game. Just
you see
chilling.
one of them fidgeting or anything?
No,
like,
not like
let's
Danny
go, let's
playing
go.
cards at lightning pace.
Danny was flying, man.
Yeah. No, they both seem very chill.
And both of these players are very used to being on camera and being at a record like this where they're just like, all right, I'm just going to do my thing.
Right. All right, and hitting into that Espeon, placing 30 on that other Trubbish, kind of softening up both of those Trubbish, not really putting all of the damage on one.
Yep. It's possible that he's setting up like a big Oricorio turn.
He has that option. I'm not sure how many Pokemon are in
I don't think there's many.
the discard. There can't be too many. But now it's something that he has to watch out for.
Yeah. Probably gonna find like another Eevee and then that's it. Maybe another Trubbish. Okay.
Frigid for an Eevee, get a second Espeon, because this Espeon is about to go down.
Yeah. I need to start setting up another attacker because my Garbodors aren't doing much yet. There's probably
Not
2 or
yet.
3 items in the discard.
Yeah, it seems Liam has abandoned the counter a bit, but we gotta guess that the item count in this card is not too high at this point. I know he's played a Max Elixir. And taking the prizes and going down to 3 prizes for Xander.
Liam definitely isn't out of this game though. Like he's behind on prizes, but there's so much damage spread around that there's gonna be a lot of prizes that are gonna start being taken here.
Yeah, it's a pretty close game right now. Honestly, either player could take it. Anything could happen here. Both have a decent setup. There's not really something that one side is lacking over the other. Yeah, we've seen a lot of really good Oricorio plays recently, even in this tournament. So that could definitely be a factor. And Liam's searching his deck, going to get a Lycanroc.
Yeah, looks like it.
I think he got a Lycanroc. And going to retreat that Buzzwole, put up this Oricorio. So there's got to be some Pokemon in there because he clearly has a plan, sniping the Espeon. Well, it's not really sniping if it's in the active, I suppose. Taking the knockout with the 1 prize attacker.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which-
Xander is on an odd prize, but
Yeah.
so I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Xander really wants to grab a DCE and like a Guzma and just take that Buzzwole out.
Right. That would be ideal.
Get a good old psychic in there.
Good old Psychic.
Good old psychic.
Yeah, he just needs the DCE
But we got to it.
and the Guzma. That'd
And
be a pretty strong play.
Ultra Balling here. He's gonna grab a Trash Village. Garbodor. We're gonna get a count here by Liam. 4, 5, 6. That is plenty to kill the Oricorio if he has the energy. Question is whether or not he has the energy.
Very good
It doesn't look
question.
like he does.
Yeah, I don't see it there.
I actually think with 6, he's just short of killing it, right? Because it's not... Even though it's a psychic Pokemon, I think it's weak to dark.
Trubbish?
The Oricorio.
Oricorio. Let's check on Oricorio. It is weak to dark.
Okay.
Yeah. Indeed.
So, Xander's kind of in the tank thinking.
Got a lot of different plays. This is a tense situation. Getting down to the wire here in the third game
Yep.
of the series.
All right. Yeah, he had the
Knocks
DCE, so he does get the knockout there. Very, very important,
Going down to 2.
because that's the card that would make it to where the game kind of changes pace, where he gets 2 or 3 knockouts just out of nowhere from the Oricorio. And I guess it's not out of nowhere because it's in play and kind of playing around it. But like,
Right. Yeah, so Liam used I think there are no Pokemon in the discard, so he must have used Supernatural Dance for the knockout last turn.
yeah.
Because I guess he gave up on kind of sniping off those Trubbishes. Because he could have saved that Oricorio later for a play like that, but
Trying to decide what he wants to promote. It probably has to be the Lycanroc. He has the energy for the attack. I believe it's also not weak to Psychic.
Lycanroc, I believe, is weak to grass.
Grass or water.
Yes, weak to grass.
Yeah, it is weak to grass, confirmed. So it doesn't have to worry about the Psychic weakness here. So you do actually have to do the full 200 points of damage. Just a couple of attacks by the...
It can Dangerous Rogue. It won't be for game here, but I think...
See an N.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a huge N too, because that's going to put Xander down to 2 cards and Liam all the way up to 6.
Yeah, Dangerous Rogue actually wouldn't do enough because he has a Float Stone attached. Wait. No, he doesn't. He would have to have one more bench Pokemon either way, so it's not really getting close with Dangerous Rogue, so...
No.
I'm just always considering it, keeping
Yeah.
that on my mind, because he has not used the GX attack yet. But Xander also probably knows that. Probably hence why he only has 2 bench Pokemon here.
It
playing
appeared that
around
he had another Trubbish in his hand last hand
And he
and
didn't want to
play
bench
it.
it, yeah.
So
Probably for this very reason, this exact reason. Since he did that kind of took him by surprise last game, right?
yeah,
with the GX attack. So here we have a Max Elixir. I think he failed, yeah.
Yep.
No energy
Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of fails on stream. Stream is not the place to play Max Elixir, boys.
there. I know. Everyone is failing Max Elixir. Kind of a lot of poor luck on stream today.
Yeah.
Overall. Bad draws, honestly. And I'm just gonna Abyssal Hand for 4. 3?
I think it's just 3 cards.
3. Excuse me.
Regirock stall.
Regirock Pass. Oh boy.
Guzma.
Well, Xander just needs to close out the game really quick. Liam actually hasn't taken a prize, but I think in a normal scenario, if this weren't Game 3, Liam might have conceded this game a little bit early because I think his deck kind of relies on going off in the early game in this matchup.
Oh, I agree. He really did.
Yawning.
Oh,
we're
man.
trying not to yawn over here on stream, but
I apologize for all the yawning. It's been a long day.
thanks for sticking with us, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. The last couple turns of the game are always the most intense. They're always where players are double checking,
Everything.
triple checking.
I want to make sure I know the
Thinking.
exact counts of everything.
Yeah, thinking everything over because every play is extremely important. Liam's trying to come up with a way out of this. What's that card? What is he thinking about playing here? Goose? Oh, Parallel City.
Okay. I'm gonna make it to where you have to get rid of one thing.
Right, because
Ooh,
he
interesting.
didn't remove the damage puzzle because he
It's gonna get one-shotted
needed
no matter,
it.
yeah.
He needed the energy there. He could not afford to get rid of a fully powered up Buzzwole, no matter if it had damage on it.
And I believe that was a confusion, maybe?
Yeah, for 60.
Liam says, I'm going to Guzma, I'm going to take a prize.
I like this play. Now Xander has to deal with this Lycanroc, and he has a very limited hand size, but he just chop decked the Guzma, I think.
So they're going to pick up the
Yeah,
cards.
that's the end.
And that's going to be it.
He top decked that Guzma, wow.
What a draw. There are reasons why you put them in your deck.